For the people looking at travelling to Sweden or who may be considering travelling there, I want to share with you the best ways to get around to make the most out of your time there and some recommendations for visiting some of their top attractions. By far the two most travelled cities in Sweden are Stockholm and Gothenburg, so we will begin with the capital, Stockholm. Now I'm happy to admit this straight off the bat, but out of all the cities that I've travelled to in the whole of Europe, Stockholm is the most beautiful, hands down, and most people tend to agree after visiting. In saying that, the number one thing to do in Stockholm is to actually just see the old town. The old town is an incredible part of the city, it's lively and the architecture is astonishing. The combination of cobbled narrow streets, old buildings, restaurants and pubs, palaces and alleyways. This is the heart of Stockholm and is just as impressive during the night as it is during the day. At some point you may like to take a walk along the streets and bridges overlooking the Stockholm canals. With the canals and the stunning backdrop of the buildings, it truly sets up for a picturesque atmosphere. Why not see the city from the water? You can take a cruise tour along the canals to see the city from a different perspective. The island of Djurgården is close to central Stockholm and is a popular destination for both Swedes and tourists. It has been royal land since the 15th century and offers a nice retreat for an active city. Go for a stroll around the island and visit the museums and attractions and enjoy the restaurants and cafes. You can reach Djurgården by either catching a tram, ferry, bus or even walking. It's a perfect place for a picnic and a drink. Another park option is Fällgatan. The Stockholm subway is said to be the world's longest art exhibit at around 110 kilometres long. By travelling through the underground, it's as if Stockholm is trying to tell a story through the ages. Head down below ground, jump on a train and just get lost. Get off at any and every stop you can, wait till all the people move away and see for yourself how amazing this art is. Gothenburg is another major city situated in the west coast of Sweden and can be easily reached by bus. It will take 7 hours from Stockholm and cost around €25. Just like Stockholm, Gothenburg is also very picturesque, with elevated city views, canals running through the city, colourful architecture and cobblestone boulevards. Take a walk down to the southern archipelago. There are several islands with each one having their own different appeal. Great for nature, hiking, swimming and many more activities and oozing with history. The Botanical Gardens is a beautiful all year round place with flowers and gardens on show from all over the world. If you're a nature enthusiast, then this is the place to be. Relax and stroll through the tranquil gardens and enjoy the views and scenery. Haga is Gothenburg's first suburban area. During the 18th century, when the Danes were in the city, the only safe place was behind the walls. When they decided that they were no longer a threat, they began to construct cosy little wood houses in the east and west of Haga. Today, Haga is a nice place to visit with cobblestone streets, old-style architecture, and nice little cafes and restaurants. Gothenburg is not only just parks and gardens, but also has many museums, churches, cathedrals, historic sites and landmarks to see during your stay. Make sure you head to an elevated view to catch a sunset. Overall, Sweden is an expensive country, just like the rest of Scandinavia. Shared dorm room accommodation can cost anywhere from €25 to €30 per night and even more. For transport, you can purchase a 72-hour pass for €25. A tip is to not pay for any overpriced bus or boat tours, but rather use the transport card, as buses, boats, trams are all included with the card, and you can purchase one from 7-Eleven. Eating out takeaway will be anywhere from €8 and a restaurant meal can be anywhere from €20. Be sure to try their signature meatballs while you're there. Beer is very cheap in supermarkets at €2 for a six-pack, or you can purchase a pint at a bar or club from €5. English is widely spoken all over Sweden and there won't be any issues anywhere you go, and people are incredibly friendly. Just like Helsinki, one of the best things to do is be like a local, walk through the city, go to the cafes, treat yourself in the restaurants, soak up the culture of the gorgeous island towns and nature hikes. If you are considering Sweden as a travel destination or give yourself the chance to experience it, these are just some of the many things that you can do and the best way to travel through one of the most beautiful countries in all of Europe.